Well, this is where things start to get interesting. I'm sure you all remember how JT Thompkins was disqualified from the Bassmaster Elite Series event on the St. Lawrence River just last month due to that whole MLF cameraman texting waypoint scandal. Well, we've got some breaking news. I can now report to you in an exclusive to this channel that JT Thompkins has been retested on 2 of the 3 questions he was asked during the St. Lawrence River event last month. Now you may be asking why not the 3rd question. That's the question that he actually passed that had to do with getting waypoints from the MLF cameraman and the texting scandal. Let's refresh ourselves first on what questions he was asked last month. The first one has to do with Rule C3-2 that reads, anglers cannot gather waypoints or specific fishing locations, i.e. creek, river area of the lake, etc., from any source that's not publicly available. The second question comes from Rule C3-14 that says, during competition days, anglers may not log on to websites or participate in social media with the intent of gathering a competitive advantage. I can now report to you that within the past few days, JT Thompkins has traveled back to New York for an independent polygraph examination regarding those 2 questions. The first of the 2 retest questions is the one that had to do with Rule C3-2. The retest question reads, in the August 2024 St. Lawrence River Bass Tournament, did you receive any waypoints after you qualified? He answered no. The result was no significant reaction, an ESS score of +4. The second of the 2 questions had to do with Rule C3-14. That retest question reads, during that tournament, did you go on social media and use it to your advantage? He replied no. The result was no significant reaction, an ESS score of +5. Therefore, it was a conclusion of the polygraph examiner that there were no significant reactions indicative of deception present when the subject replied to the above relevant test questions. Now what this means is that during an independent re-examination, JT Thompkins passed both questions that he reportedly failed during the St. Lawrence River event. It cannot be overstated enough that this could have a very wide-reaching domino effect for bass going forward. As it pertains to the JT Thompkins issue, well, the ball's squarely in their court, and it'll be interesting to see how they handle this news. But it doesn't end there. It also means that they could have a real polygraph problem going forward if they don't handle this carefully. One of the 2 questions he originally failed back last month had to do with that old information rule. You know, the one that was volleyed back and forth and changed twice within a 48-hour period this past week? Think about it. If Bass plans on asking that question again next season, what if an angler got information during the 2 days it was allowed this year before they changed the rule back? It could still trigger a physiological response in the subject that could kick the test. If Bass is careful, they'll eliminate that question altogether next year. One thing's for certain, it'll sure be interesting to see how things go from here on out. As any further developments occur, please keep your eyes and ears to this channel for any late-breaking updates. And do me a favor, please comment, like, share, subscribe, even become a member. Don't forget to email me with your tips. Get out there on the water, enjoy this beautiful fall weather, and keep it wet.